What do these weights mean, and how do you calculate your payload? Let's take a look. Underneath the bonnet of your motorhome, you'll find 2 or more plates. These are known as stage plates, and at each stage of the motorhome's construction, each company involved with the vehicle will add their own weight plate. Stage 1 is referred to as the base vehicle's manufacturer's weight plate and will have familiar names such as Ford, Citroën, Fiat, etc. You can ignore this weight plate. Prior to registration, the final stage in the process will be the motorhome manufacturer's weight plate. This plate overrules all previous stage plates, and these are the weights that we are interested in. This one, as you can see, displays Group Payload. The first figure is the gross vehicle weight. This is the highest weight the motorhome is allowed to be, with passenger, driver and all your touring kit on board. In this case, it's showing 3,500 kilograms. To confuse things, the gross vehicle weight can also be known as MTPLM, the maximum technically permissible laden mass, or MAM, a maximum authorized mass, or even MGVW, the maximum gross vehicle weight. All these things mean the same. The next figure is the maximum train weight. This is basically the combined maximum weight of the vehicle and any trailer being towed. So the difference between the 6,000 kilogram and 3,500 is 2,500, and that will be the maximum weight of any trailer being towed by the vehicle. Each axle is given a maximum figure on the weight plate. These often add up to more than the gross vehicle weight, so you need to make sure none of the axles are overloaded and that the gross vehicle weight is not exceeded. You can only really do this by going to a weighbridge and having the axles weighed separately. Unfortunately, some of the figures that you do need you cannot find from the weight plate. The unladen weight, the mass in running order and the payload are not shown on the plate. The unladen weight is not to be confused with the mass in running order. The unladen weight is the weight of the vehicle without any passengers or fuel. You may or may not be able to find a figure for the unladen weight in your manual. If you can't, you can empty the vehicle entirely, and this will give you a good understanding of the actual weight of the vehicle. The mass in running order includes 75 kilogram weight for a driver on top of the unladen weight. This figure often includes other things which may vary by manufacturer, so it's important to check the small print, as some will include the weight of a tank of fuel, maybe a gas cylinder, and a full water tank in this figure. So your payload doesn't have to factor these things in. So the final thing and the purpose of this video was to calculate the payload. The payload is what you get when you subtract the mass in running order from your gross vehicle weight. Often this needs to include the weight of any passengers, excluding that already accounted for in the 75 kilograms for the driver, the weight of any food or essentials, and the weight of any optional equipment added by the manufacturer or the dealer, or anything that you've added to the motorhome during its lifetime, along with any extra accessories you need to take with you. So allow me to show an example from our particular vehicle. As we know, the gross vehicle weight minus the mass in running order equals the payload. In this example, I know the gross vehicle weight, but the mass in running order I obtained from vehicle documents. So our vehicle weight is 3,500, that's the maximum permissible weight. Minus the MIRO of 2,770 gives us a payload of 730 kilograms. By way of mention, our vehicle is 6.5 meters long. And if we still stayed under the 3,500 kilogram boundary and had a vehicle that was maybe 7.2 or 7.5 meters in length, it doesn't necessarily mean that the payload will be greater. It's important to take into account all these extra items which may have been previously fitted to the vehicle or you may have fitted during the lifetime, because they can all affect the payload. So we'd recommend calculating the payload of your vehicle. Weigh any accessories that you have fitted, particularly if they are heavy. Check your axle weights on a public weighbridge and make sure the weight is distributed properly. And also take into account the instructions in your manual with regard to carrying fresh and waste water, because water has a weight of 1 kilogram per 1,000 millilitres. Hope you found this video useful, and if you have, let us know in the comments. If you haven't, then please suggest what we may have done differently. And thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye.